Hey cats and kittens, how are you, my fellow Pisces? I hope you're having a great summer. I know I am. How are you doing? This is the Nail Oracle, and this channel is dedicated to the Pisces and those with high Pisces placements on the charts. So basically, if it's your sun, your moon, your rising, north node, south node, your Venus, your Mars, your Pluto, wherever Pisces sits on your chart, this is your reading. We are doing this for mid-July into August. So sorry, it's been taking forever to get back to you guys. I've been super busy, but as you can see, stable. So here's my latest thing that my latest manicure that I worked with my nail tech. All right, so we did a cat eye French. So far, so good. It's been about 3.5 weeks, holding steady, no lifting, no loose nails. But watch, the moment I the moment I don't have it, the moment I get off this camera, that's when the nail starts popping off tomorrow. Luckily, it's pay week, so we're fine. But yeah, so state of the nails, everything is solid, everything is good. There is some new growth. New growth is always good. That from growth comes maturity. From growth comes new opportunity. No lifting, thank God. Some chips here and there. We got some chips. A little bit of sharpness here in the pinky. Oh, it's this one. A little sharpness in the pinky. A little misshaped, but we can fix that. But other than that, the nails are holding strong. So that means this reading should also hold strong. So this reading is for the he's, the she's, the they's, the girls, the guys, the in-betweens. Anyone who is here to listen and to partake. Also, we are airing on regular TV, cable TV. Check your local listings, of course. So that's exciting. You know, I believe we air on the second Sunday in the morning. And we also, link is down below. So definitely check that out. All right, let's get started. We're just going to do some shuffles. So we're in the height of July. It's muggy, it's nasty, it's raining. We came off of a really great June. If you live in New York, in the New York area in June, you had a fabulous June. The last time we were here, I believe the Knicks won. Knicks in 5. We won that. Woohoo! Not to mention, we also had Juneteenth happening. We had the Puerto Rican Day. We had a fun month of June. School was out. Things were looking good. July is looking a little bit on the wonky side. You know, we have like the Canadian wildfires. The world is literally on fire. It's muggy. Some rain. We got some rain. We got some craziness going on politically. We had a U.S. senator die, but not the one everybody was expecting to die. Maybe he did too. Who knows? I don't name names. I'm just here to see what these cards are going to tell us. Maybe they'll tell us good. Maybe they'll tell us bad. So, to the Pisces energies out there, let's look at these cards. Try to figure them out. Let's see. Also, remember, these are for strictly entertainment purposes. If it don't apply, you need not reply. If they do resonate with you, great. If they don't, it's one of those things. All right, so let's get started. We're going to do my typical eye fold, which is 3 across the top, 3 on the bottom, 3 across. The across is the present coil that we are on, the main plane that we're on. The top is your ancestors yelling at you. And the bottom is your intuition trying to talk to you. So let's see what's going on. Let me do one more shuffle. Hopefully we don't get the same cards we usually do. Knowing me, we will, but we'll see. Here we go. Start top. Yeah. Okay. do something different this time around. We're going to do some shuffles in between spreads, you know, just to shake things up a little bit. Ooh, you know I don't like a reversed. I don't like reverses. Ooh. Yay. Yeah, I shouldn't be like, yay, so fast, so quick. Yeah, it's summer. It's the height of summer. It's getting it's warm. The days are going a little longer, but they're also moving a lot. They're also moving a little faster, you know. But we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what these cards are trying to tell us. Meanwhile, here's what's happening at the bottom. Underneath it all, Seven of Swords, and here we have it. So across the middle here, we are starting off with Strength, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. This, I think, is a very solid place to be in right now, because you're probably coming off of like a really hard season, and since you're coming off that really hard season, you know, you're looking to do a little strength, you know, courage, bravery, confidence, compassion, self-confidence, and your inner power. Always good. From there, you have the Three of Cups. I love the Three of Cups, which means we are in the middle of a collaborative season. So, of course, that means friendship, community, gatherings, celebrations, group events, and social events. We are in the height of summer. We're in the height of festival season. We're also in the height of people doing projects together. People are moving out. People are moving in. People are helping. People are starting up like creative endeavors. Summer is always a great place to start on that. And we, of course, have here the Queen of Swords, which basically honest, independent, principled, fair, providing constructive criticism, objective, and perceptive. Basically, what I'm seeing right now is you're leading with your strength. You are seeking, or you're finding your people, and you're still keeping a very level head about things, which is good, which is always good. So this is happy. Now, start with the bottom or start with the top. We're going to start with your intuition, because one of those things I noticed about us with, one of the things that Pisces are known for is our crazy accurate intuition. So let's see what our gut is telling us. So first things first. All right, we got the Death card. So one of the things is the Death card scares people, and it is a very scary card because death is scary. But keep in mind, it's all about transformation, endings, change, transition, letting go, and release. This goes without saying. Your gut is saying it's about time to let it go. Whatever is not serving you, whatever you feel is just not working towards you, it's just about time to just, you know, just let it die off. Just let it's run its course. It's done its thing. It's made you unhappy. It's not serving you. It's run its course. So just let it go. So the Seven of Cups, which shows up so much, but it shows up as a clarifier in our readings. So this is what it actually means. It's about choices, the search for purpose, illusion, fantasy, daydreams, wishful thinking, and indecision. To which I must ask you, fellow Pisces, because I'm asking myself too, what has been on your mind recently? What goals are you looking for? Are you in that place where you're trying to figure out if you should get a new job or look for a new job? Are you in that place where you want to do something else? Are you in the place of a new relationship maybe? I don't typically do love readings like that, but you know, what's going on? You need to ask yourself, like, what are your options right now? So that's something to think about. And then you have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords always freaks me out. It's always the swords cards that always freak me out. And trapped, restricted, victimized, paralyzed, helpless, powerless, and imprisoned. It's kind of funny that these two are bookending each other. because you're probably feeling like you're stuck. You probably know you're supposed to let go. You probably understand that there are decisions that have to be made, but from your gut, it's looking like you're probably in that paralysis of like, oh no, what do I do? And I know that this is screaming at me right now because I am in that state myself where I'm feeling like, damn, like, what if I make the wrong choice? Or what if the choice I made, what if the moves that I'm making turn out to come true? And now I have just propelled myself into something that's less comfortable, something that's outside of my comfort zone. What if I have to like make efforts and move around and do things differently? It's one of those things. In case you're wondering, I am holding a fluorite palm stone. It helps me concentrate and also helps me think. And it is it is a Pisces stone. So if you ever wondered, you can always have it. All right. So that's what the gut is telling us. That's what we are on this plane. And of course, we're going to see what the ancestors are telling us. So ancestors, what you trying to tell me? So the first off, you have the Knight of Wands. So one of the things to know about the Knights cards in a tarot deck are Knights are about movement. They're about delivering. Also, pages are about delivering, but Knights are about movement. And if you notice, sometimes in tarot, Knights either move left to right in the frame or they move right to left. Right now it's moving from right to left, which basically means it's possibly moving back. It's going back towards something. So courageous, energetic, charming, hero, rebellious, hot-tempered, and free-spirited. It could be you're trying to harken back to some sort of childlike era where you felt more confident about yourselves, and your ancestors are probably telling you maybe you should tap back into that. Yes, things may be a little nerve-wracking. They may be a little scary. But, when you have the strength and your community and your level-headedness, sometimes you have to go back a little bit and you have to dig in there. Maybe what you're looking for is in there. Maybe the thing that you're looking for in here is in there. So that's always fun. The ancestors are also talking a little bit about justice here. I like the justice card. It's been showing up consistently. I'm starting to think that you, Pisces, who's ever listening to me, and this applies to me too, we have this innate, this desire for justice. Like things should always turn out the way they should. And justice, of course, it's all about justice is about justice. It's also about karma, consequence, accountability, law, truth, honesty, integrity, cause and effect. I have been thinking about this for quite some time now, maybe like the past couple of years, where it seems like people that should have been punished for things, I'm not going to name names, just seem to be getting away with stuff. And it's really making me question whether or not that person, are they justified in just how cruel they are or how mean they are or some of the decisions they make that harm other people? Or is it that their karma is just building up until it just explodes into something that feels like the pendulum will just swing back over to something that we feel comfortable with? So we'll see about that. And it's funny that I'm mentioning justice and pendulums swinging back because we have just pulled up the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is all about change, cycles, fate, decisive moments, luck, fortune, and unexpected events. So, your ancestors are basically telling you, I think they're telling you in the literal sense, what goes up must come down. What's good, like the pendulum's going to swing back. I should get a pendulum for my set. It would be kind of cute. And because, what's the Pisces symbol? The Pisces symbol are the two fishes. And the two fishes float. You know how the two fishes, they float in opposite directions, but they're tethered? So that's basically what the Pisces is. It's just like that. It's balance. It's the yin and the yang. One is grounded while the other one is flighty. One is on Earth, the other one is in the extraterrestrial realm, as somebody tells me. I know I have somebody who is a cool friend of mine who is a bigger astrology head than I am, where he tells me that as a Pisces, like he could be telling me like a very, very long story, and I just look so distracted that I'm into something else, or my mind is somewhere else, but I can snap right back into the conversation as if like I'd been listening the whole time. It's one of those things about Pisces. It's one of our little quirks where we can just leave the realm for a few minutes, focus on something else, and then come right back and act like nothing ever happened. So it's one of those things. Okay, so I'm seeing a couple of instances of being level-headed and balanced in here. So of course, you have the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords is all about keeping a level head. It's about perspective. It's about noticing that, things are going to happen regardless. Like you just can't live in the dream sequence, Pisces. I know it's fun in there. It's fun to live in the dream. It's fun to live in the la-la, but you can't really do that. You still have to keep a level head. And I think as a Pisces, we do that innately anyway. So there's that. Same thing with this Wheel of Fortune here. It's the same thing. Like we may feel like things are not going great. We could be in fear of things. We could be going through paralysis. But our ancestors are telling us that, a clear head, perspective, a good community, and inner strength will basically work out in our favor. This is like a spread that I am so excited about that I really, really like it. I really like this spread. It's more fun, I think. And I think we should just, take a moment and revel in that. However, what I'm going to do is we're going to look at this shadow card right here. What is going on at the bottom of this deck? Well, underneath it all, besides our Ace of Swords, which is also exciting, which basically means like there's a clarity. So maybe you're heading into your season. But this is what was at the bottom of the deck. So at the bottom of the deck, we had the Seven of Swords. Y'all know how I feel about swords. So what is the Seven of Swords supposed to represent? Lies, trickery, schemes, strategy, resourcefulness, sneakiness, and cunning. That is not always such a bad thing. Yes, I don't like liars either. I'm not a big fan of that, like being sneaky. Sometimes that's a survival tactic, being sneaky, underhanded. It's a survival tactic. And as you can see here in the imagery, if I can hold that up for you, isn't that pretty? I love that. So it could, like, you see how, like, there are 5 swords here that the person that they're carrying away with them. They're carrying from right to left. And then there's 2 being left behind. So what I'm thinking right now is, so if she's holding 5, if they are holding 5, and if you know the tarot deck, a 5 of Swords is about conflict. Basically, they're carrying away conflict. So you probably are feeling at the bottom of it. You feel like there's a conflict that is coming to an end. And no matter what you try to decide to do here, there's always going to be a stalemate. Because when you have the 2 of Swords in a deck, in the tarot deck, that represents it's like a quagmire. It's like a stalemate. It's basically like no matter what you try to do, it just cannot happen. It just cannot resolve itself. So what do? You just take the conflict and you just run with it. You take it away. And the fact that you have, like, even at the bottom of the deck, you have like the swords. Swords is all about clarity. So it could very well be, Pisces, is that you have come to terms with something. What that thing is, let's figure it out. So what are we trying to come to terms with? As I look at my clarifying deck, in case you're wondering, this is the Wise Spell Neo. Let me pull that up right now. The Wise Spell Neoteric Feminine Tarot deck. It's my favorite deck for a bunch of reasons. Like, I know tarot readers do something really different where they just go off the vibes of their cards. Great, fabulous. And they are doing their study and they know what all the cards represent and they're making interpretations. So I have two decks. I have this deck here, which gives me the keywords that I let you guys read along with me to help me along with our doing it. And then I have this deck here, which is basically these images, but they're blown up. Ooh, look at that. The Six of Swords. All right, so Pisces, it seems like we're really in our heads this season. This mid-July, we're really in our heads. And you know what? What's kind of funny? We are in Mercury retrograde for a little bit, I think until the end of the month, but if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. And we're also coming up on a new moon. So a new moon is all about setting intentions. It's all about rethinking things, using the darkness to regroup. So the Six of Swords is really about, so as you can see, Six of Swords traveling, it's going, even though it is, yes, it's going from bottom of frame to the top of the frame, but in a way it's kind of going left to right, which means it's going forward. And, you know, you are, let me see if they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all 6 are on the boat. And just because it's going on the boat doesn't mean it's smooth sailing. As you can see here, let me see if I can, my camera guy, I asked him to keep this on auto. There we go. You see the tumultuous waters here? It's not going to be easy, guys. So I understand. So we're going to put that here with the Eight of Swords, because that was the one that I was wondering about. Like, what could be the thing? So what could be the thing that's been causing you to just think to yourself like, oh, damn, I feel trapped. And yeah, there is something that's going on that's like treacherous waters, but you still have to go through. You still have to push through it. And it's not going to be fun. It's going to be really jagged. As you can see, all these mountains, they're kind of jagged. And, you know, it's like, it's one of those things where in life, every decision that we make is either for our betterment or it's to do worse. We make the best decisions that we can at the time that we're making them, and using what we have at our knowledge and to just get us through. And it could very well be that there is something that you're not entirely sure about that makes you feel like, damn, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, or damn, I regret what I've done. And I don't get regret here. I get that you're not entirely sure what awaits you, and you are that afraid of leaving the comfort zone. And you know what? I'm going through that same thing too. You know, like, I feel like there's going to be some decisions that I'm going to be making the next few weeks that are going to propel me out of my comfort zone, that I have to learn to regroup. But I know that in that same time, I have to make a series of brand new decisions, because that's what life is. Like, I'll be honest with you, like 10 years ago, I was going through a lot. I was like my employment wasn't so steady. I was single. Well, not 10 years ago, but maybe 15, 16 years ago, I was single. I was forever single, perma single, no steady employment. I had like a little gig here and there. And I got bored and tired and scared. And I felt like I didn't have much choices. And even in the choices that I felt like I didn't have, I had choices. So what did I do? I went back to school. That was like my comfort zone. So sometimes getting out of your comfort zone, which is being like miserable or something like that, means to go back into another comfort zone, which is school. Went back to school. From school, I ended up not having, yes, I incurred student loans and stuff like that, but I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to do it. And from there, I was able to study media. I was able to make some really good friends. I was able to, what else was I doing? What else? I met the person that would be my forever person. So I made a decision that was like, oh man, I'm going to be stuck with these student loan debts. I don't know what's going to wait for me. I don't know if I'm going to have a job waiting for me when I get out. I just don't want to struggle. I'm bored. I'm tired. I'm lonely. And then but I made a decision to get out the comfort zone. To get out of that misery was a comfort zone, but had to see what it was like. And temperance. Like when I say temperance, which is kind of crazy, it balanced out anyway, because that comfort zone that I was in that made me unhappy made me go to another comfort zone that made me anxious, which was school. But I also got into a new version of myself, the one where I found a better class of friends. I ended up finding my forever person. And not only that, it made me want to do other choices and try new things, which eventually led me to a great job at a place that I like, and to be around people I like, and to just assume more responsibilities. So as I figure that part out of me, I'm beginning to realize that I may have to make some, decisions that I don't want to make, getting out of the comfort zone that I'm in now. But that's life. You have to find a new version of yourself. And if you have your right support group, keep a level head, keep your strength about you, because at the core it's your strength. The ancestors are telling you, you have to kind of move. Yeah, you have to move. You have to have a little bit of courage in your movement. And it's funny because its strength is here, and so it is here. Because at the end of the day, because temperance, justice, Queen of Swords, all about keeping that level head. It's going to work out. So it could work out here. It could work out here. You could feel horrible here. You could feel like, oh God, I made a big mistake. But it's your mistake to make. It's part of your story. Like some stories, like some decisions set you back such a long time. And then there are some decisions that propel you into a new city, a new town, a new apartment, a new house, a new job, a new relationship. And you may hate it, you may want out, but it's still a story that propelled you. It still has to teach you something. It still introduced a version of yourself. So that's what I got for you today. But like I said, at the end of the day, we're just going to put this over here. It's all about balance. Like, this feels like a very balanced era that you're about to be in as we're heading into the midsummer. So the midsummer here, our midsummer reading here is basically, it's about balance. Keep in mind, we are Pisces. If anybody is balanced, it's us. Like, we are two fishes. We are so mutable. We can be happy and sad at the same time. We could be happy and angry, like Ralph Wiggum on The Simpsons. We can be so much and so little at the same time. And, that's what I got for you this time. So that's what I got for you. You're gonna feel this. This goes without saying. That's with every decision you ever make. There's always that decision of like, oh crap, what if I mess up? Oh crap. Oh crap. Like, the people are gonna vilify me. Oh crap, this, that, and the third. But you know what else? At the same day, you kind of have to do it. You should make the decision. That's best for you at that time. And yes, you should definitely go at it with a cooler head. You should definitely come at it balanced. But whatever is going to happen is that you're going to have to reach into that era of yourself that had courage. You're going to have to reach into that era. You have to change. Change has to happen. Because if it doesn't, you will be stagnant. You will be right back here again. If you don't satisfy this, if you don't go through this, you will forever be stuck in here. And the truth is like, if you're stuck in here, what's the point? What is even the point? Like, I remember being here. I remember this era. I never felt comfortable in this era. It's a scary place to be in. You have the cracks, you feel bound. You feel like you can't. You're stuck on your tiptoes. There's cracks all around you. Granted, you're not directly punctured, but that anxiety that you feel that you could be hurt, it's a scary thing to be. But, so long as you have a community with you to help you and you keep your wits about you, justice will always follow. Like if you're done dirty, if you're victimized, if you're done wrong, justice will always swing back around. It will always swing back, because that's the whole point of this. It's the whole point of temperance. It's like the cups are constantly going to be filled. Oh, look at that. Cups for Pisces. It will always be filled. It will always be filled. So, and with that is my reading. So, thank you so much. I hope the best for you in this. I will try to have my next reading come up within the next couple of weeks. Keep your fingers crossed. I'll have a new design. Hopefully. I'm loving this. I'm loving this cat eye here, and I'm loving this French. So I'm very excited about that. Definitely check me out. Leave a comment, subscribe. I love all questions, comments, and concerns. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this resonates you in a one way, shape, or form. Remember, you are great. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Wash your food. Be very careful. Keep everything in perspective. I know everything is a deluge of bullshit. And I hate it too. But at the same time, the pendulum has to swing back. It has to swing back. It has to. It cannot be this. We cannot be in these times for this long. Something will give. We'll see what happens. But with that, love you lots. Miss you much. See you next reading. Bye. Enjoy the summer and enjoy the warm weather, because before you know it, it'll be fall and fashion, but it'll be fall and it'll be cold. But I'll still be here. So to those of you in the Pisces persuasion, the he's, the she's, the theys, thank you so much for hanging out with us, the gays and the in-betweens. You are all fabulous. And I'll see you when I see you.